people of means, middle-class people, have choice. They don't go to the neighborhood school if it's no good. I mean, I meet these people in Manhattan, and I've got some great schools in Manhattan. And I say to them, why don't you send, you send your kid to private school, or you're going to move, or you're going to, because PSX is better than PSY. But I know people who literally, one of the reasons we have an overcrowding problem in New York is because people literally move to the right zone for the elementary school. So when people say to me, well, we're going to destroy something, all of us in a melting pot, it doesn't work that way. The people who are in the melting pot, who are feeling the heat, are the people who have no choices, and they're told, this is your community school, and they can't say, well, I live here in the middle of central Brooklyn, and I don't like it, so maybe I'll move to the Upper East Side. I mean, it doesn't work that way. So that's the first thing. Second of all, unfortunately, in communities where we see large residential segregation, we have a serious problem. But that's true in the existing public schools. It's not like I've got all these integrated public schools in New York and segregated charters. My charter schools are essentially the same mix in terms of ethnic or racial groupings as the public schools are. You've got some charter schools that actually have a pretty good mix. I've got some public schools with a pretty good mix. And unfortunately, I've got too many that are too highly segregated. But those are not the either or. And I think the pushback you're getting goes to a fundamental power thing, which is the school system grew up as a monopoly provider, and they don't want to give up that power. If you read the book by Timothy Wu at Columbia called The Master Switch, and you look at innovation and dynamism, people who own the means of production will never engage in disruptive strategies. And that's why, after reading Wu, it's worth reading Clay Christensen's book called Disrupting Class. Because my strategy is we need disruptive strategies. Somebody asked me about our teachers. Teachers are terribly important, but what's more important than teachers is the quality of instruction. And we ought to think about the ways to improve instruction. Can technology help us do that? Nobody will ever replace the value of the human teacher. But I'll give you an example. Somebody I know at a major Ivy League university was asked, he's a president, he asked 20 kids on his advisory council, would you rather take Michael Sandel's justice course online, a Harvard professor, he's got an online course on justice, or the one we give here with a live professor? 20 out of 20 said they'd rather take Sandel online. Why shouldn't we make that available? I mean, there's only, one great Michael Sandel, and there could be others who can help kids understand, differentiate, push them, et cetera, et cetera. But the quality of instruction is what this is all about, not the head count.
Could I just add to that there is an issue in an open choice system of stratification. And that's why the portal, the mechanism by which parents are required to choose schools is extremely important. It has to be designed so as to nudge parents to choose the schools that are high performing and are likely to be good for their kids. People of means have information that allows them to choose the best schools. Often low-income parents don't have those same sources of information. So that's why in our scoring system, as well as the philosophy behind it, yes, you need choice, but it has to be informed choice, and it has to be designed so that the information is actually understandable and utilized in the context of the choice process.